Hi, my name is Steve Bowler, and in this video I'm going to be configuring redistribution between two routing protocols. The protocols are RIP version 2 and OSPF. As you can see here, router 1 is going to be using loopbacks 1 through 3 in the 192.168 range. And on router 1 I'm going to be running strictly RIP version 2. On router 3 I'm going to be using loopbacks 1 through 3 as well, and they're all going to be in the 10 network. And I'm going to be running OSPF on router 3. And on router 2 is where I'll be performing the mutual redistribution between the two routing protocols. So I'm going to go ahead here and get started. What I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and bring up the routers, and then we'll go into setting up the routing protocols. I'll start on router 1 and router 3, and then I'll finish up on router 2 performing the mutual redistribution. And so what we're going to be seeing here is how these two routing protocols interact with each other, and how you will perform redistribution correctly between these two routing protocols. As you know, RIP version 2 finds its best way around the network using hop count, and OSPF uses a metric of it uses bandwidth and some other things to find its best path around the network. So what you're going to see here when we redistribute between these two routing protocols is we're going to have to set some values specifically as we redistribute into one metric values between one routing protocol into another. So let's go ahead and get into router 1 here first. We'll go ahead and configure the interface to router 2, which is interface FA00. Again, the IP address between router 1 and router 2 are going to be 172.16.12. Then router 1 is going to be .1, and router 2 is going to be .2. We can go ahead and do the loopbacks as well. I think 192.168 1.1. I'm sorry, that was let's see, do a no interface loopback 0. Let's do interface loopback 1 with the IP address is going to be 192.168.1.1, and then interface loopback 2 . Okay, so router 1 should be, if I do a show IP interface brief here, we should see that all our IP addressing should be complete. Now what we want to do is configure RIP version 2, so we're just going to do router RIP. We're going to specify version 2. Version 2 will allow us to use the subnet information, pass the subnet along in the routing updates, as well as some other information. But that's basically the big advantage of running version 2. Version 2 is classless. Version 1 is classful. So we'll also do a no auto summary. So we won't summarize at the network boundaries. Now here we want to specify the network we want to run RIP over, and we'll do 172.16.0.0, and then network 192.168.1.0.2, .2.0 and .3.0. So now if I do a show IP protocols, you can see here, you can just verify what networks you're running RIP on. As you can see here, routing protocols RIP. It shows the interface in which RIP is running, version 2 on. Also, it's giving you the networks that you're routing RIP on, for RIP on. So, as you can see here, everything looks normal. We're going to go ahead and go to router 3. Actually, let me get in the router 2 real fast.